Hey y'all, it's your girl Q, and welcome to another installment of Sweet Dreams. Alright, tonight we are making a beautiful dark chocolate English toffee cake with a beautiful chocolate frosting that's light, delicious, and extremely amazing. First, we're going to start off with some flour in a bowl. And to that bowl, we're going to add in some Hershey's cocoa powder, special dark cocoa powder. And then we're going to add in some cappuccino, some English toffee cappuccino, some baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And we're going to mix all of this together and make sure that it's incorporated. We don't have to, get rid of each and every single lump because, it's all going to work out beautifully. And any lumps in a cake literally turn into pockets of air, which is beautiful inside of a cake. But there's going to be boiling water added to this and everything. So, no problems there. And y'all already know what this is. It's a relaxation station, and it's time to, relax and, enjoy the rest of our evening. So now we're going to mix together our wet ingredients. And first we're going to start off with some sugar. Next, we're going to add in 2 room temperature eggs, and before we add them into the mix, we're just going to give them a light little stir. You're not trying to scramble them completely, but we're just going to break them up and kind of get them going. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to add that into our sugar. Yes. Then we're going to add in some oil. This is canola oil. Vegetable oil is fine. Grapeseed oil is fine. Whatever you want to use is pretty much good in this cake as long as it's actual oil. Now we're gonna mix those together. Yes. Whew, this cake is so delicious, y'all. I cannot wait until you guys see how this cake came together. When I tell you it's full of deliciousness, then we're gonna add in some almond milk. Yes, God, honey, this was amazing. And I'm getting so much better with my decoration skills, y'all. I can't wait till you guys see. I am so full of just energy and stuff right now, and I'm trying to mellow out because tonight is the night of the Soulja Boy and Lil Bow Wow verses, and it was just so much fun. And so now it's time to kind of wind down and relax off of such a beautiful night of music. You know what I'm saying? Having fun and all that. I love a good turn up. Period. Now we're going to add in some Simply Organic Madagascar vanilla. Get those flavors just going. This is going to be so delicious. Wait until y'all see how this all comes together. So add in that vanilla. And then shouts out to Tidal too. Tidal streaming service. I love Tidal. This is not a paid ad, simply because of just how efficient and quick they are with these playlists. And not just for Tidal too. I'm talking about just like all the way around. They really have great music, period. And it's like they know a sister. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that they play is really, really bomb. Alright, so now we're going to add in our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. And we're just going to stir that on in. And with a cake like this, you definitely have got to not overbeat it, because you don't want your cake to be tough, but you do want to incorporate all of your ingredients. And so now we're adding in the next wave of wet ingredients, and then just adding all the rest of it in. And now we're gonna just gently whisk everything together. You see what I'm saying? Full turns, you know what I mean? And just incorporating the wet and the dry. Look how just amazing and silky this looks. This is so relaxing. Yes, now it's time to really just begin to get into the relaxation station mode, and just let's get some deep breaths going. We're gonna breathe in all the way into our abdomen, abdomen, child. Y'all know how we do. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and shortly right here. Y'all saw that I added in sour cream into the wet mix before we mixed it all together, and right now we're adding in boiling hot water. And as you can see, the consistency of this cake batter has changed considerably. What the hot water does is it really infuses that chocolate cocoa powder with the cake, and it melts it, and then it also kind of steeps the cappuccino mix, which is so delicious. I drink it on occasion. I don't drink coffee all the time, but I do like a good coffee here and there, and so when I do drink it, it's really delicious. And it's English toffee, and it just kind of brings out the chocolatiness in the chocolate, if that makes sense. The recipe that I'm using called for espresso powder, but I didn't have any, and so I wanted, y'all know I'm gonna do something my own way, period. And so I chose to use the English toffee cappuccino mix that I have, and it was delicious. Oh my god, just absolutely amazing, perfect. And so now we're taking our pans that we have prepared, and the reason why it looks so dark like this is because I used the actual cocoa powder and grapeseed oil to line and brown the pan. So you prepare it the same way you would prepare a pan with flour and grapeseed oil, but you use cocoa powder and pop it in the oven for about 5-10 minutes. Be very watchful because cocoa powder kind of has a lower smoke point, a lower cook point than flour does, so you want to really pay attention to it. And now we're adding in this silky chocolate beautiful batter into two 9-inch cake pans. And yes, God, honey, when I tell you moist, delicious, oh my god. Now we're just giving the pans a few gentle knocks on the counter, and the reason why we're doing that is to take out the bubbles in it. So now y'all see how beautiful these cakes came out of the oven. I allowed the cakes to bake. Normally you would let it bake for about 35 minutes, but I like to pull my cakes just a tap sooner, so that they don't over bake, because the heat is still gonna bake it a little bit longer. So I like to pull my cakes out. If it says 35 minutes, around 33 minutes I'm looking and checking with my toothpick, you feel me? And these baked up immaculately. Look at the beautiful sheen on top of those cakes. So now we're gonna make this luscious, delicious, chocolatey frosting that I love so much. All right, now we're just creaming some sweet cream unsalted butter. Land O'Lakes, it's a difference. It is a difference. I love this butter. It's a difference to it. It just has a certain creaminess, and me living in Minnesota, which is the land of 10,000 lakes, you know what I'm saying? It's just so fresh and amazing and delicious, and I love it so much. So now, like I said, we've creamed together this sweet cream unsalted butter, and I'm using my spatula to get all inside of my emulsion blender, which I love this thing. It makes it so much easier to work with. I wish they had some kind of way to put like a pasta attachment on this thing. I don't know, it's just amazing. So now we're scraping down all of the butter down the side of the bowl. And right now we're just gonna take in a deep breath. Let's go. And then release. Breathe in deeply. And release. Yes. Now we're adding in our cocoa powder. We're going to add in 3 tablespoons of heavy cream. And the heavy cream is going to give such a lightness and leavening to this beautiful frosting. And then we're going to add in some salt as a counterbalance, because you know, adding in a little bit of salt into your baked goods, it just brings out the flavor, and it's just so delicious. It gives a nice contrast inside of your baked goods, period. And so then we're gonna add in some Madagascar. Why do I keep want to put an N on the end of that? Pure vanilla, and that's the good stuff, y'all. Vanilla can be expensive, child. And what's funny is that people like to associate vanilla kind of with whiteness, but vanilla is black. Vanilla comes in a black bean. You feel me? A very fragrant, very delicious black bean pod, to be exact. And so now I'm gonna use my emulsion blender to start creaming together all of our ingredients that we've put in here so far. And once I start to see, you see how the chocolate and the butter is starting to come together, now it's time to add in our powdered sugar. And so I just added in everything that I'm going to use all at once, and I didn't want to use all of that sugar, so I didn't. But I knew that I was going to need a lot in order to cover the cake, and I was able to not only cover the cake efficiently and decorate it the way that I wanted to, but I still had a lot of frosting left over. Well, I had enough to put some in a small bowl, but I think the kids done ate that, child. I think the kids that ate that doggone buttercream, because they love when I bake, and they love when I cook and stuff, so they be ready to eat you know what I'm saying, the other little things that is left, or you know what I'm saying, when it's time to taste the cake batters, or you know stuff like, because I know I was like that too, like, let me get the let me get the cake mixer little thingies. Hell yeah. Let me get the spoon. So, period. And look how this frosting is. Oh my God, I get chills looking at this, because it just tasted so rich and chocolatey and beautiful, but it's perfectly balanced. And with that kind of sugar, you would think that it would have been too sweet, but it's not. That's the crazy part about it. It's just not. It's not too sweet. It actually turned out lovely. And like I said, I had tweeted this video of this clip, and I said there is just nothing like baking like your own homemade from scratch goods, right? No diss to people who like to use store-bought items. It's no diss. But I promise you, if you took the time to try to make it at home, you would enjoy it immensely. And the reason why I say that is because there is no comparison. It's like, it's a different flavor, it's a different mouthfeel, and it's not as guilty feeling because you know everything that just went into it. Look at that. You're not getting that out of a jar. You're just not. You know what I'm saying? All tea, absolutely, no shade. It's just beautiful. And that's why I make these videos too, because I want you guys to see that you too can do this type of stuff. Like, it's not like it's far-fetched. You just gotta actually put in some effort towards it. You know what I'm saying? And you can do it too. You can bake like this too. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. This is very relaxing to me, and it's just, oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at it though. That is like beautiful. So now it's time to take our cakes out, and you see how easily that popped out of there. Oh my god, I'm so happy about that. And now it's time to check our next cake. I am so excited because both of these came out perfectly. And don't worry about that, about it looking dark like that. It is a dark chocolate cake. It's not burned or anything like that. It's perfectly baked, actually. Super moist and delicious. And now we're filling in that middle layer with that beautiful chocolate buttercream. And I mean, look at the beautiful, just chocolatey waves that's just being created in that middle layer. Yes. And so now we've put that other layer on top, and now we're just layering this. And I thought this was gonna be like my crumb coat, you know what I'm saying? But this frosting is so luscious and thick that I didn't even have to like touch it up, or you know what I'm saying, like look at the coverage on that. Now watch this. Oh god, it's just beautiful. I was really proud of myself about this cake and this frosting, because I do enjoy making chocolate cakes and stuff like that, and cakes in general, period. I love different types of cake, y'all, and y'all gonna see me bake a lot of more cakes and stuff too, and other confectionaries and different things like that, pastries, stuff like that. And it's just beautiful, and I have such a good time doing it. It's relaxing. We was talking about anger and stuff on Twitter today before you know, I went to the verses and stuff, and how people try so hard to mute black women and tell us that our anger is ugly or our anger is wrong, but they put so much emphasis on the reaction of a righteous anger, of like a real anger. And you know what I'm saying, and they say that even addressing it in any type of way, they try to make it to where we should feel ashamed or feel like we can't speak up for ourselves. And I think that is just horrible. And that's why I say it's beautiful to have different outlets and ways of expressing yourself. Like these videos, I use these videos as a mode of empowering myself, and through empowering myself, I know that I empower other people too. Look at this. This is so beautiful. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's such I love the mattness of this color of the frosting, you know what I'm saying? It's so delicious. And now we've taken it out of the blast chiller, aka my deep freezer, and before it was sitting in the deep freezer about 30 minutes, just so it could, you know, cool and solidify. And now I'm gonna get on some real Bob Ross shit, y'all. We're gonna get artistic with this. So we're taking some more of that beautiful ass frosting, and now I'm just gonna start making some little, you know, spiky little chocolate truffle type Ferrero Rocher kind of looking things. Because this is ultimately in my head. I really didn't have a way for this to, like, I didn't have an intended vision of how I wanted this to look. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. I just took a chopstick and was like, we're gonna have some fun with this. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so beautiful and it's so delicious, and I really wanted it to look pretty too. So we're taking beautiful dollops of that fresh, homemade, from scratch chocolate frosting, and just making pretty little spikes all over, because these are going to turn into planets or meteors, if you want to call it that. But I think mostly planets, you know what I'm saying? These are like planets, and I'm gonna create a whole little solar system right swift before y'all eyes. I had so much fun doing this, y'all. So much fun. So now, like I said, I was just taking my chopstick and adding beautiful dollops of this fresh, delicious frosting. Yes, God, honey. Yes, God. And like I said, I feel like Bob Ross. It's like put a little spike here and put one there. We're gonna make some happy little meteorites. I love Bob Ross. Always have. I remember watching Bob Ross when I was younger, and I used to love how he would just bring a whole painting to life. Like he would just be like, and we're gonna just put some happy trees right here. And he used to really mellow me out. I remember watching that back in the 90s and the 80s and 90s, you know, as a little child, PBS, you know what I'm saying, along with Ghost Rider and my other show that I used to love to watch, Sesame Street, and a bunch of different other things that were really cool and educational. Reading Rainbow was my shit. Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in the book. Reading Rainbow, reading Rainbow, reading Rainbow. That was my shit. That was my whole shit, I swear to God. I mean, I just feel so blessed to come up in the time that I did come up. So many beautiful things that we got to experience and see. As far as like children's television and things like that, it really was a beautiful escape. Just a beautiful place to escape and go, and it really sparked my love of reading and just art and music. Because I used to also watch the you know how they used to have the symphonies and stuff. So I used to see a lot of the opera singers and different things of that nature. It was just a way of opening us to different forms of culture, and then to see black artists and black people doing all this beautiful stuff, it just was amazing. And I knew that I was always attracted to music and the arts and stage and just, oh my God, so much beauty. And now I'm adding little candy balls all over. So look at it, y'all. I put the gold sprinkles, the gold stars. Y'all know that's my signature. I love my gold stars. And look, and I called this a chocolate starry night. Quit playing. It's beautiful. And y'all know I wanted to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit more sprinkles on her, because y'all know I love sprinkles. This is just so much fun. I literally started taking pictures of the cake too, because you know, as you're running your video, you can take pictures at the same time. So that's what I did. Y'all, let's take a moment to just breathe in, and we're gonna release any kind of negative energy. We're gonna let it all go. Breathe in deep and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. So now y'all see I'm about to cut this beautiful cake, and y'all, it looks like it's little droplets on it because I let it sit in the blast chiller, aka my deep freezer, overnight. And when I did that, and I took it out, there was some condensation that kind of started to accumulate on the outside of the cake. It still is delicious. It was still frozen at this point, and I added another little bit of clip of footage of me eating another piece of it, child, because I wanted to show you guys that the condensation did go away and the frosting in the cake looked immaculate but on the inside, right now it's still kind of frozen, and you'll be able to see that with the frosting kind of maintaining a bit of its thickness. But look at how moist and beautiful this cake is. Because you know, with cakes and stuff like that, when you go to a bakery, they put those cakes in the freezer, you know what I'm saying? But next time I will freeze it, and when I'm ready to take it out, I'll put it inside of the refrigerator and allow it to come up to temperature that way, so that it's not shocked, and then so the cake doesn't start to sweat a bit, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm setting up my camera. Oh, excuse me. Now I'm setting up my camera so that I can go ahead and partake and enjoy this beautiful, handcrafted, perfectly baked piece of cake. Look at it. And you see what I'm saying as far as the frosting still being kind of frozen, because the middle of the cake is still really cold. But I'm going to show you guys how it looked once it all kind of just thawed all the way out, and you'll get to see how the cake acts and performs that way too. But look at it, y'all. It's so fire. The icing damn near tasted like ice cream when it was so cold like that. It just was so good. Very delicious. Amazingly baked. That is technique, that's style, flavor. Oh my God. Look at how soft that cake is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so that's what I wanted to talk to you guys today about, is utter enjoyment and indulgence. Have yourself some time to indulge in something that you truly, truly enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, life is full of challenges. Life is full of work and things that you have to, you know what I'm saying, work toward and stuff like that. Don't ever forget about your own enjoyment and doing things that you like personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoyed this cake, but I also have other things that I enjoy doing, not that don't involve just food. I love to write. I love to sing. I love to really express myself. I love the company of actual cool ass people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy. Well, I ain't having nobody over my house, child, because you know I ain't fucking around with C19 and them. But you know what I'm saying? I really do enjoy witty conversation and talking back and forth. You know what I'm saying? I've been really enjoying myself, and y'all, this cake is just divine. You can look at that and tell that that's quality. You know that it's quality cake. You can tell the difference. It's just amazing and beautiful. Oh my God, my endorphins, everything is just, ooh, look at the crumb of it. Look at the crumb of the cake. It's moist, it's delicious. Oh my God. Oh, that was so good. I still got some, the piece that I'm gonna show you guys at the end of this video. Excuse me, at the end of this video. And it's so delicious, y'all. I mean, I really, really enjoyed it. Oh my God, look at that. And so now, what I want to do is, I want to do something a little bit different than what we normally do. We've done the deep breathing and the release with the word ha. We've done that. Today I want to do something a little bit different. When you guys breathe in and when you release, I want you to, as you're breathing in, to draw all your muscles, ball up all of your muscles at once. And when you breathe out, just release it all. And release it slowly. Release from the top all the way to the bottom. I'm talking about clench everything. You know what I'm saying? Clench it all. And then release it. So we're going to breathe in deeply. And exhale and release. Oh my God, that felt great. Breathe in deeply. And release. Breathe in deeply. And release. Yes. Oh my God, that feels just so wonderful. So as you can see, this is the cake after it's thawed out completely. Look how amazing this cake looks. Oh my God. All of that condensation, those droplets is drawn back into the cake. All that moisture is back into the frosting and into the cake itself. Look at how beautiful this turned out. Look at that. You see how it just, oh, yes, honey. Yes. This is amazing. It's beautiful. And I'm always amazed by how I can take ingredients and things and just bring them all together to create something so heavenly and indulgent and beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That's moist, delicious, and handcrafted, beautiful chocolate cake made with absolutely stunning ingredients, quality. It's just, golly. Okay, so right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit more breath work, and this time I want you guys to envision your entire life elevating. Picture yourself evolving. See yourself where you want to be. What does that look like for you? What does your success and your happiness look and feel like to you? Who is there? Who is not there? What are you doing? What are you wearing? What do you feel inside yourself? Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. When you breathe out, you're releasing any type of anxiety. Fear has no place. Anxiety dissipates. You feel your shoulders begin to relax. You feel secure and solid within yourself. Breathe in deeply.